Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. Let's do a little moving and breathing together, shall we? First, I'd like to ask you, how are you doing? I invite you to check in with yourself. How's your body feeling? How often do you check in with yourself in the day? We're all dealing with this great changing of things, and we all have, well, many of us have a lot more time, and I see a great opportunity to improve self-care. And I'd love to share with you this practice that is a staple in my own self-care routines, if you will. It's all about just moving your body and breathing. That's all it is. And as you're willing to do that, just feel into your body, move with your body and breathe, you'll become more and more present. And that's so much of the aim with all these meditation and self-care practices, is allowing ourselves to become present so that we can hear ourselves, if you will. So go ahead and just invite you to just start to breathe and just check in with your body, perhaps putting both hands on the lower belly here, and just breathing into your center. For some, you may notice there are distractions around, noises. Some of you may be living with roommates or in living environments where they can be pretty noisy. Just doing your best to be still and breathe. Good, just to check in with where you're at, where you're starting. So now let's bring some movement into our bodies here. Go ahead and roll your shoulders. Feel how those shoulders are feeling, and if you're rolling one way, make sure to roll the other way as well here. All right, one of my favorite stretches. Let's bring our legs apart, bring our hands up, and then let's start to flow. We're lifting off of the back leg, pivoting the feet so that we're getting a nice long stretch from the hips to the leg, even to the balls of the feet. And just breathe. Opening up the chest so that we're opening up the chest, opening up the elbows, and then we're flowing, bringing movement into the spine. Excellent. Now let's bring our hands and lower ourselves down so that we're twisting on the mid-plane. We were twisting on the upper plane, really stretching out the upper spine, and now let's move it to the middle spine as we get a little lower on our legs. And breathing, really opening up that chest. This is a great one I like to do when I'm out in the park, when I'm outside, and if I feel I need a stretch to my spine. Great, let's bring it down to the lower levels now, so we can get into the lower spine. So we'll relaxing our shoulders, and bring our hands, and then we're even coming lower on our stance so that we're twisting a little deeper. Great. Yeah, I love these three levels of movement, starting up top, coming down to the mid and the lower, so that getting a really nice stretch all along the spines, including the hips. Great. Let's do a little Qi massage using our fists. Just awaken all the center and energy points along the body. Breathing fully, releasing out the mouth. I'm going to turn to the side just to show you some profiles. Let's get to the back. Just using gentle fists. So much of the aim is finding your middle between firm and soft so that you can flow, you can balance yourself. That's where you're wanting to aim for, is feeling into your edges so you can find your middle, if you will. Great, let's take the cup palms and it's starting from the lower back, coming all the way down the back of the legs, getting the feet and the legs. So going down the back on the outside and coming up the front on the inside. One more time. Yeah, that really helps to wake up your skin, all the energy centers and points along the body, really enlivens the body. Go ahead and notice how you feel. Good, now that we loosened up all the dense energies, I invite you to do a little shaking with me. All right, we're bouncing on the balls of the feet, allowing yourself to breathe and try to let everything go. See if you can practice at allowing your body to just let it all go, noticing where your cheeks, your forehead, are you willing to release the tension there? Just shaking it out, shaking it off. And letting go of your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your back, your lower back, your hips. Always a soft bend to the knees. Breathing. And begin to gradually begin to slow that down. And coming into stillness. Yeah, noticing how you feel. Noticing the vibrations. The tingling. The warmth. Perhaps you're feeling a light sweat as you feel the heat build up. Good. Let's do a little twisting and knocking on the doors of life. They'll begin. Always keeping a nice, stable, firm base. And that is a nice bend to the knees. Feet a little wider perhaps and shoulder width apart. Really feeling your feet connected, firm on the ground, on your carpet, on your mat, whatever you may be on. And then we're twisting from the hips, from the waist here. Starting slow, and then allowing yourself to gradually build up to the rate that you like it. Allowing your hands to knock on the front lower belly area, hip flexor, and the back hand will knock on the back. I'll let me turn around so that you're knocking on the kidneys. Whenever you see turning around, I'm just showing you the profile. Unless I invite you to follow me, there's no need to change your stance. Let's bring the front hand up to the chest. This is connecting the lung 1 point, so there we're activating the lung 1, which is the point to help you let go. So allow yourself to let go of any stress or tension. Allow yourself to let go of the toxins in your lungs. And just letting go of anything that you don't want to hold on to anymore. Great, now bring the front hand down once again. See if you can go a little deeper. Maybe slow down or twist a little bit, and just go a little deeper into your twist. Good, gradually begin to slow that down. And allow yourself to gradually come back to stillness. Perhaps closing your eyes or just noticing how you feel, noticing the changes. Excellent, okay. Let's do some hip circles here. Go into your full range of motion gradually. So maybe starting with smaller circles. Seeing where your body and hips are, how your inner thighs and legs are feeling. And then perhaps gradually starting to extend that range of motion. So that you're getting all angles. As you really open up the hips. Now let's go the other way. Doing your best to do whatever you do one way and balancing out by doing the equal amount of times on the other way whenever you can. Or just starting to create a habit to start to do that. If you're noticing yourself with your dominant hand doing something repetitively, try with the other non-dominant hand. There we go. Okay, noticing how that feels. Good, let's come down and really opening up the inner thighs. Let's bring our legs and supporting ourselves with our hands, just feeling the stretches in the inner thighs here and sticking your glute out so that we're raising our bum and out and opening up those hips. So just feeling the stretch here. And then when you're ready, breathing in and exhaling, turning one shoulder down and the head looking over past the other shoulder. While one arm is long and being stretched, and the inner thigh is really being opened up, still sticking your bum out, still activating your core, your abs, so that you have a nice stable lower back and base as you stretch out and open up the inner thighs. Breathing, looking over the shoulders, only going to where you feel a nice comfortable stretch. And breathing. And coming back to center. Let's go the other way. Inhale, exhale, look over the other shoulder. Opening up the hips. Continue to activate the core, sticking out the bum, so that there's a nice lower back stretch as well. As you really breathe in to the side of the inner thigh you're stretching most right now. And breathing fully. And coming back to center. And now we're going to stand up, bring our toes so that's facing forward and parallel. And bring our hands up, and then we're going to bring our bum back and allow ourselves to a wide leg forward stretch flow. Exhale forward, inhaling up. I'm going to turn around so you can see the side profile. Exhale forward, sticking the bum out. Inhale, rolling up. So exhale, stretch, elongating the spine. Tucking the tailbone, rolling the spine up. Long, engaging, stretching, release, roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Sticking the bum out, releasing, and inhaling up. Release. Rolling up. One more time. Release. And roll up. There we go. Notice the light sweat. Unless you're sweating, you're not really moving the energy in a really good way. So you want to work yourself so that you are invigorated and you are generating a light sweat, so to speak. Okay, stretching out those shoulders. Next, let's stretch out the side of the body. So first, bring arms both up and coming onto the balls of the feet. We're going to lift both arms, but we're going to lift one arm higher than the other so that we're stretching one side of the body more and then the other. Breathing in, release. Breathing in. Good. And from there, we're going to go to a stride stretch. And when the hands come down, bring the pinky so that it's facing you, and then opening up. Do your best to link your breathing with these movements. So whether it's inhaling to open, exhaling to switch, inhale to open, really opening up the side of the body, and experiment with going your own pace. Whether you want to continually move and flow with your breath, or if you want to try holding it as well. That's one of the beautiful things about following any sort of class online, I feel, is you get to make it your own. You get to take the movements that work for you and feel good and do them, mimic them, learn them, but you also get to experiment and explore with creating your own out of the movements you're learning or you're seeing. So I invite you to make it your own. Good. Just noticing how good that is for the sides. I always love to stretch my shoulders a lot. Excellent. Okay, so now we're gonna do a movement that really conditions and cleanses the lungs. So we're starting with hands here, and we're gonna inhale, inhaling into the lower belly, into the lungs, all the way up, still inhaling, and then we're gonna bring our hands down and exhale. Exhale. So inhale, arms go up, breathing into your lower belly, filling your lungs, taking in the healing light, and taking that healing energy, and then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. These are great movements that really conditions and detoxifies the lungs. It helps to boost immunity and resilience in the lungs. So as we inhale, we breathe into our lower bellies, filling the lungs. With our arms up, we're really opening up the lungs, filling it with good energy, and then exhale as we release and expel all the old air, all the old energies. Inhale. Good. Now, the next one is a really great one to bring a sense of flow into your movements. Moving with the clouds. So I'll just start the movement and you can start to see how I flow. So one hand is facing the heart as we turn. The other hand, it's like you're releasing any stresses from the heart, any grievance energy, you know, the energies that you're ready to let go of from the heart. You know, because after we finished, because we all get our hearts broken and we all go through healing processes. And then when we're ready to let go, these kinds of movements can help us to let go of the density around our hearts, the pain of our hearts. So with nice bent knees, as we flow from side to side, I like to visualize that I'm doing this in water, for example, and I'm flowing one way, I'm releasing the old energy into the water, and then I'm bringing up the beautiful cleansing water into my heart center as I use the other hand to release. Exhaling, flowing one way, inhaling, hand up, exhale, flow the other way. A movement like this is really great to start to extend the breath. You may notice as you bring movement and start to link movement with breath, depending on how fast you move with the movement, you will be influencing your breath. So if you start to slow down the movements, you'll notice you can that much more be able to slow down your breathing. Good. And then we'll come and do a little bit of a standing meditation. So there's a nice generous bend to the knees. The tailbone is nice and steady, headed facing down towards the ground, so you're rooted your lower body. The hands come to about heart level or shoulder level, and the shoulders are relaxed and down. There's a nice long extension in the spine as the crown is gently lifting towards the sky. The tailbone is gently grounding towards the ground. So there's a nice stretch from both sides for the spine. As you breathe and release and allow yourself to be still. Noticing how you're experiencing this. Are you at rest? Are you at peace? Or do you sense things in your body that's drawing your attention? Are you still breathing? Are you breathing fully? Are you breathing steadily? Can you slow down your breath gradually? If there's any body parts that may be tight or tensing, can you breathe into that area? Can you relax or release some of the tension? Or perhaps just your mind's struggle with the tension while still breathing and feeling whatever you're feeling in your body. Good, now let's release that. Good, just noticing how you feel. Maybe shaking off any tense areas. I notice there's a little bit of buildup for me in the shoulders, so roll the shoulders a bit. Let's do a few shoulder rolls, so bring our hands up. Inhaling, opening. Just worry about breathing fully. If you're new to some of these movements, don't worry about syncing the breath with the movements, but just breathing as you move. We went one way, now let's go the other. Great. Now let's bring some flow. One of my favorite movements, the wave. So just bring some nice flow. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So inhale, nice and straight. Exhale. The butt sticks back. The chest leading with the chest and chin. We're going to exhale down. Then rounding the back. Inhaling up. Exhale. Leading with chest and chin. Rounding tailbone and vertebra by vertebra. Rolling back up. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale. go at your own pace. Go towards the full range of your breath capacity. Breathe fully, exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. Now I invite you to go to the side. You may not go down as far when you're moving or you're twisting to one side or the other, and that's perfectly good. I'm going to do 3 times towards my right, and then I'm going to turn to the left and do 3 times towards the left. Exhaling. Inhale. And then with face back forward, and do a few more facing forward. Exhale, leading with chest and chin. Inhale, back up. I'm going to do one more. Okay, very good. I'm feeling pretty good about what we've done. I feel a nice, light sweat on my body. I feel the energy's flowing. So let's do a few centering movements. So drawing down the heavens, so a nice open stance. And we're gonna bring our arms up, inhale, and exhale. Inhaling, arms opening. Exhale, balancing out the entire center. This movement and breathing fully helps to balance out all the energy centers along the body and in your energy system. So we're drawing up the earth energy and then opening up to the heaven energy, and then just balancing it all out. Because we as humans really have all those energies within us. We have all those energies around us as we are in intimate connection with all of those energies. Good, let's bring our feet together. Bring our hands together so that it's like we're creating a bowl, and then we're just going to gather all this beautiful energy we've generated and then just allowing it to draw down the center channel into this beautiful reservoir you're holding. Breathing, releasing, and centering. As you start to bring yourself back into your center, into your core. Good. Gathering up all the good energy we've created together and accepting it with gratitude inside of our bellies. Let's bring our hands and start to rub our bellies. We can slowly expand that clockwise rubbing all the way up. Bring our hands to the heart, taking a few quality breaths into our own heart space. And now let's create those circles again, and slowly moving smaller and smaller back towards our belly button, or just below our belly button into our navel area, to the center. And just take a few breaths, just allowing your awareness to come into your body and noticing how you feel. Noticing the changes and what this practice has done for you. Now let's bring our hands to prayer, up to the heart, and taking this time, this opportunity to thank yourself to honor yourself for being willing to take better and better care of yourself. Go ahead and send some loving and appreciation energy for yourself. Good. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. You can always use this video and replay it, and feel free to share it with others that you feel may benefit from this. It's all about just breathing, moving our bodies, and being as present as we can. Have a good day.